Go on.
Yep. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Ravi Teja, currently pursuing Masters in Software Engineering from BTH, Sweden. It's my pleasure for being able to present our research work in measuring the maintainability of an open source software called JabRef. Coming to the objectives of our case study, we have conducted a case study on how maintainability can be measured and compared with its previous versions and on what scala the maintainability of various packages in the software has been changed. As we all know that development team works on a product for a certain period of time. But coming to the operations team, they have to work on it throughout the lifetime of the product. So maintenance is a very critical aspect, right? And the operations team should have a track on the maintenance of the previous versions of that as well. So we have used a GQM framework to determine the maintainability, in which we first determine the goals to be achieved, then formulate questions. By answering those questions, we achieve our goals and select a particular set of metrics which would answer those questions. So as you all can see, this is our GQM tree. Our main goal is to measure the maintainability, and the factors which we have considered for determining the maintainability are size and structure, complexity, understandability, cohesion, and instability. And these are the following metrics used to measure size and structure. They are DIT, which is depth inheritance tree. Then comes lack of cohesion of methods, and then comes line of code. To measure complexity, the metrics which we have used are psychometric complexity, coupling between the objects, weighted method per class, and depth inheritance tree. Coming to maintainability, the metrics are co-efferent coupling, co-afferent coupling, and weighted method per class. To measure cohesion, we have used lack of cohesion of methods, and to measure instability, we have used CA and CE, which are co-efferent and co-efferent coupling. Coming to the size and structure, which is our first question. As we all know that lines of code is the simplest way to measure the size of a structure. And as you can see the graph, it's very clear that the packages GUI and logic have a greater line of code when compared to rest of them. So we can say that with respect to number of lines of code, these two packages, which are GUI and logic, are difficult to maintain, which is the maintainability is low as the number of lines go on. And then the next matrix on size and structure is depth inheritance tree. DIT, it can be defined as within a class hierarchy. It measures the number of nodes between a root node and a given node. Basically, it measures the inheritance within a class. And from the graph, you can see that the packages like logic, not logic, GUI and PDF import are the ones whose DIT value is decreasing, by which we can say that with respect to DIT, these two packages are more maintainable with the versions going on. And then we have lack of cohesion of methods. This matrix measures the cohesion between the methods of a class. As we all know, cohesion is an interdependency of methods in a class, and LCOM is inversely proportional to the maintainability. That is, as the LCOM value increases, the maintainability of the package decreases. From the graph, we can't really say that which packages are less maintainable and high maintainable, but the only thing is the package called CLI, the values are decreasing drastically and then maintains a constant value and slightly increases over the newest versions. So we can say that this package is this package is increasing the maintainability effort. And then comes the second question, which is regarding the complexity, and the matrix which we have used is cyclomatic complexity. It measures the number of linear independent paths in the program. And as we all know that as the complexity increases, the maintainability of the product decreases. And from the graph here, we can say that the package called migration shows a decreased value of cyclomatic complexity values, indicating this package is improving its maintainability. And next comes weighted method per class. It can be defined as it basically measures the number of class methods in a class. Sorry. And WMC values are inversely proportional to maintainability. From the graph, we can say that these two packages called logic and GUI are increasing compared to the previous versions. So these packages are less maintainable. Next comes coupling between the objects. It measures the coupling between various objects and it's inversely proportional to maintainability. From the graph, we can see that every package is reducing its CBO values over versions, indicating with respect to CBO, the maintainability is decreasing. And then comes the question regarding understandability. So we have considered matrix CA, which is also called as coefficient coupling and also known as incoming dependency. It measures the number of classes in other packages which are dependent on the classes in the target package. It is inversely proportional to maintainability, and from the graph it is clear that the package called GUI is much higher, has much higher CA values when compared to that of others. And then comes the comment ratio. It defines the ratio of commented lines to the lines of code of a particular package. As the comment ratio increases, the maintainability also increases. From the graph, we can say that the package called model has the highest maintainability according to comment ratio. And next comes coefficient coupling. This is exactly opposite to coefficient coupling. This is also known as outgoing dependency. It measures the number of classes in a target package that are dependent on the classes of other packages. And with respect to this also, the package called GUI is less maintainable when compared to that of others. And then comes the question regarding to cohesion. Matrix uses lack of cohesion, and I have already discussed this in the previous slides. Then comes instability in terms of coupling. Instability can be defined as the ratio of coefficient coupling to the summation of coefficient and coefficient coupling. Greater the value of instability, the less maintainable the package is. So from the graph, we can say that the packages like CLI, migration, and collab are the packages which are highly, which are highly unstable when compared to that of others. And this is the final result that we have produced. As it is difficult for me to explain this, I will explain it with the help of an example. These are the DIT matrix values of various packages with respect to different versions of it. So I have considered the average value of each and every package and then normalized it using a min-max normalization. And the similar thing is replaced in the DIT column over here. Then each and every matrix is done the similar way according to the proportionality with the maintainability. And then we have classified these packages under high, low, and medium maintainable packages. The data values which are greater than 66 percentile are considered as high level maintenance packages. The data points which lie less than 33% are considered to be low level maintenance packages, and between 33 and 66 are compared as medium level packages. Then we thought of considering a mode between these three classifications, but then we found out that this thing should be done manually. As we see, CLI pack, the CLI package is high maintainable with respect to two matrix values, and with respect to 1 it is medium, with respect to 7 it's low. When you compare this, we can say that it is medium to maintainable, as there are two packages which requires high maintainability and high maintenance, and there are 7 packages which require low, and one package which require, and one using one metric value, it is medium to maintain. So we have done this to all the other packages. By this way, we can determine the maintainability of various packages of various versions. And this is the reference which we have considered while developing our case study. Any questions?
Thank you so much for your presentation. I just have one question for you.
Yeah, sure.
So what I understood from your case study that you have you are using a goal quality matrix to check the maintainability of different packages, right?
Yeah, sure. Goal question matrix, yeah.
Yeah, right. So I have two questions. I mean, I'll just be precise. One is that, the maintainability, when you look as a software package as a whole, there are different stages in the software development process. So maintainability, ultimately it rests on the developer, right? But there are different, when you consider a goal quality matrix, you have to look at different matrices from the, perspective of a project manager, a developer, and different things. One, have you taken care of those metrics from not only from a developer perspective, but from a perspective of a project manager? Because different quality metrics are different with respect to the level of management in an organization. This is one question. Second, I've researched a lot about this software engineering. I just have one question to you, because a lot of goal quality, goal question matrices, they're not, because right now there are very less, GQMs that can be used for a web-based system. So my question to you is that, will your framework be used in a web-based system as well? Because, there's a lot of difference when you consider metrics in a web-based system. There's very, what do you call it, a gap between two ends of the spectrum. So yeah, these two questions, if you would kindly answer.
Yeah, to answer your second question, I can say that, yeah, you are right. I don't think so this framework can be applicable for a web-based development, because it has various factors like, I mean, the web page has to be run on different servers, and the availability of that matters. But this is something for an tool. You get it. A system tool, not a web page.
Used for a web-based system, right?
No, this cannot be used for a web-based system. That could be added as a future work. The only thing is we have to consider the factors which influence the maintainability of a web page.
Yeah, exactly. Because there are different metrics. When you consider a standalone system, which which is not web-based, which is not not web-based, so there are different. There will be a huge variation to the parameters that you're considering now.